It's not new to our team. I do know that we are capable of winning.
Throws it to Alex Armah, who makes the catch and makes the touchdown.
Brady throwing toward the end zone, and Evans makes the catch. Touchdown.
That one is picked off, and it's going to be a touchdown, New Orleans. Pick six.
Tough to win that way. I got to not throw interceptions.
I mean, I think it was just important that we came out and we punched them in the face and did what we had to do. It is what it is.
Ooh, it got wild in the NFC South. The Saints outlast the Bucs 36-27 and narrow the lead in the division to a half game. New Orleans is becoming Brady's kryptonite in the regular season. Sean Payton says Jameis Winston dealing with a significant knee. RC is here. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Let me just say really quick, Stephen A., and I won't spend a lot of time here, but we need to give a shout out to the FAMU students.
Absolutely.
And how they showed out. What a crowd. Absolutely incredible.
They were
Thank
sensational.
you so much. You made
really
it so
was.
much fun
Thanks
for us.
to them. Thanks to Will Packer for making it happen.
Absolutely.
Thanks for Kevin Hart.
Yep.
And thanks to my man, RC Ryan Clark. He had to be
Absolutely.
there. He was there for us to appreciate
It was a great
Absolutely.
time.
Everyone behind the scenes, for sure. Right. Are we sleeping on the Saints?
Ooh, like yes and no. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Wait, let's back this up. When I'm asking this question, are we sleeping on the Saints? Are you considering that they're not having Jameis or that they will have Jameis?
I'm considering that they're not having Jameis now going forward.
Yep.
But even in that, one. By the way, where's my camera? Guess who picked the Saints on Friday? Kevin Hart. No. Stephen A. No. RC. Yes. I can still come back to the crib. I will see y'all on Bourbon, and I will see y'all at Drago's when I get there.
That's why it don't count, because you were just being a homer.
So what? I was
You were
right.
just being a homer.
And I was right.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but you were just being a homer.
Don't
You
let
was
him
one
get you with that, dog.
That's right.
I'm
That's right.
not worried about
get you
Stephen
with
A.
that.
No, you missed it. It's very, very important to bring that up, because he did it because he knew he had to go home and he didn't want to hear it. So even if he lost, he would have been like, I was there with y'all,
Right.
and they would have said, all right, bro, you picked us. Nah, I don't count. That don't count.
I'm not trying to go to the Superdome. I'm just trying to go to my mama's house.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but when you look at the Saints, the one thing we know about the Saints, especially when it pertains to Tom Brady and Tampa Bay, they ain't scared. Right? We watched this 2 times in the regular season last year. Even in the playoffs, it was the Tampa Bay defense that confused and picked off Drew Brees that allowed them to beat the New Orleans Saints. I think the Saints are a good football team. I think the Saints are very good defensively. But where do you go from here?
Yeah.
Right? We watched Jameis Winston as the quarterback, and it was about checkdowns. It was about being smart, not turning the ball over, and relying on the defense. With Trevor Siemian, who was good in Denver, Stephen A., I don't see them progressing to be a playoff
Well, see,
contender.
unlike you, I don't dance like that. You gave me their dances. I don't do that. I'm going to get right to the point. Hell no. You know what? They ain't going nowhere. Let me tell you something right now about the New Orleans Saints. Well, I mean, what exactly is the question?
Before yesterday, they weren't going nowhere, or no?
I still feel that way. When you sit up there and you talk about the Saints, they ain't scared of Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Well, they weren't scared of last year's playoffs either. What happened? They waxed them both times in the regular season.
Yeah.
What happened when it really counted?
So only
they
Super
went
Bowl
down.
matter now,
No.
Stephen A?
I'm saying they went down. I respect the hell out of the Saints, and I respect the hell out of Sean Payton. I'm looking at a team that won, but they only scored 13 points against Seattle.
Right.
Lost, but they only scored 7 points against Carolina. Beat the Giants, but scored 21 points. There are times their defense is very, very reliable. It's a top 5 defense. We know what they bring to the table. Their offense is a huge, huge question mark, and that was with Jameis Winston. Now he's a bit hobbled, and we pray that he's going to be all right, and he'll be back. But we don't know what that status is. Taysom Hill's still in concussion protocol.
Right.
Okay, and so what you look is you're looking at this situation right now. They got some huge questions. They had questions to begin with their offense because of the quarterback play and Michael Thomas not being there. He's supposed to be coming back, but still, it's really been an Alvin Kamara show. That's really what it was about. Certainly, you're anticipating that Michael Thomas is going to come back. But his greatness, and I'm not questioning his greatness, please don't get me wrong, but his entire career has basically been spent with Drew Brees. We don't know what that chemistry is going to be like with a different quarterback. So I'm looking at New Orleans right now. I got serious questions about their offense, and as a result, I got serious questions about them.
Yeah, and I question a lot of things. First of all, going into the week, the top 5 teams in the National Football League came from the NFC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I would say still, those are still the top 5 teams. I had the Packers, Buccaneers, Cards, Rams, and Cowboys are still the top 5 teams right now. So to say that anyway,
that's the hard part.
The Saints are going to crack that lineup, it ain't happening. And especially, unfortunately, with what happened with Jameis Winston. Now, you brought up an important factor. Michael Thomas. And what kind of marriage could that have been with Jameis Winston and Michael Thomas? And I thought that was the one saving grace for Jameis Winston was Michael Thomas. But Jameis had been checking the ball. He's been taking care of the ball best he can. But he didn't have him. Now, when you get Michael back, you may not have Jameis back. Right. So it's just it's a hard road to go when you're talking about you're going to have to match points with those teams that I just brought up in the NFC, and you don't have a receiver or that kind of a combination to make plays up.
I'm going to tell you what, playmaker.
But now I'm going to tell you something.
You got
winning
questions?
that game yesterday, that's because in this NFL, it's about matchups. Right. And they match up great.
So here's the thing. You got questions about the Saints? I do not have questions about this outfit. I'm going to have to give it to you, man.
Okay.
Today.
He won today. He's got the crown.
Yeah,
it's not even close.
You brought a different element.
You shut it down.
And let me tell y'all something, though, because all y'all conservative, too. See, that's how y'all work on me, too. Every time I wear a conservative suit, you try to tell me, oh, you look good. So now I'm supposed to put all my bright colors and all that away. I'm not doing it. So don't try to work me on the back door.
I'm giving you a compliment, playmaker.
How is that conservative? You've got two patterns. You got a tight end.
Hold on.
I mean, come on, a lot's happening.
I ain't playing with y'all. I ain't playing with y'all.
You came with it today.
Where the hell have you been conservative? No. Exactly. You not been. I mean, I've seen you with yellow. I've seen you with orange. I've seen you. I mean, Kevin Hart got on me about my patterns. I mean, my God, your patterns.
You did have 3 of them.
And I've seen him with 7 on one. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, you got to be crazy. Don't start nothing. Ain't nobody doing anything to you. You did it to yourself. Now let me get back to New Orleans.
Wait. I do have a question about New Orleans. Do you think that they should call Cam?
Yes, I do. And because
absolutely not.
Thank you, Ryan.
May I finish my answer, please?
Yes.
You disrespectful self.
I thought you said you deferred us.
I said wait.
You said
wait. I said wait. Okay. Here's the deal. I say Cam because Jameis is hurt.
Yes.
Okay.
And Taysom Hill, man, he's been in concussion protocol since week 5.
So is Cam the backup or does he become the starter, Stephen A?
Well, I don't know. I mean, last day, who you going to go with? Who you had last night? So you go with that again until further notice.
Right.
Because obviously he won a game for you. But what I'm saying to you is that
Simeon.
Trevor Simeon. So all I'm saying is you got a situation where you don't even know if you're going to have 2 quarterbacks.
Right.
Yeah. You got to get them.
Not knowing what goes on with Taysom Hill is one thing. But I already got Cam and Taysom Hill. So when I'm getting Taysom Hill back, I don't want talent. And I know Taysom Hill's personality matches the locker room. I don't know if Cam's will. And I can't disrupt my locker room right now.
I'm a Cam fan. I want Cam to have a job. I think Cam deserves to have a job. He could be a backup. So he doesn't deserve the job, or he doesn't need to be the guy in New Orleans. You forget what Trevor Simeon was in Denver. And we also can't underestimate what Sean Payton has been able to do with backup quarterbacks.
Even when he's done with Jameis taking care of the football.
You think about Jameis, right? You go back to Taysom Hill last year, Teddy Bridgewater 2 years ago. That 5-year span got him a job.
What saddened day?
Jameis Winston may not be back.
Right.
Taysom Hill. We don't know if
he's not coming back, then I'm changing my mind too.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
If he's not coming back, if he's not coming back,
you don't have anything.
Stephen A, from a guy that said himself, my personality was too big to be a backup. He said it. And listen, I'm rooting for Cam. I think Cam is good enough to have a job in his league.
He also said that he wasn't interested in taking the vaccine. Changed his mind, didn't he? See, unemployment can do this.
There you go, man.
You ain't never been unemployed. How do you know? A little time away changes
Do your homework.
You're right about that, Stephen.
The point is, unemployment can do things to you. The brother didn't want to take the vaccine. He's vaccinated now. And not only is he vaccinated, hey, Ron, it wasn't like the brother was vaccinated, right? And we found out. No, he announced it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, look at me. I did it.
Is what I told.
You made a very good point. And thank you for your testimony on unemployment. I can't imagine Stephen A. with spare time.
It's the truth.
Still ahead on First Take, the Browns were supposed to compete for AFC supremacy this